Oh my goodness.
Thank you all for coming. Fire Coach Frank Yallop. Who wants to start us off? Oren?
Frank, since you don't want to talk about ties, let's talk transfers. Got forward you're talking to, Jermaine Jones, looks like he may not be coming here. Please give us the update.
Yeah, well, I actually spoke to Jermaine yesterday, and wanted to put forward our club and what we thought of him, and we'd love him to join us. So I've done that. He has an offer. It's not officially turned down because we've not had anything back. So we're still waiting, and I think that it was a big offer. Andrew stepped up and put out a good contract offer. And I think that, he's thinking about it, and we'll find out probably in the next couple of days. And we have a few guys we have sort of domino effect lined up, if you like. So, if one doesn't go, we have to move to the next one. But the problem is that the closer it gets to the end of the window, those guys decide to move on, and then we're scrambling. So, but we have interest in some players, and I'm sure we'll get something hopefully done in this window for sure. So I'm hoping it works out.
Based on your conversation with him, what was your sense? Was he receptive to you? Did you get any sense that he might be interested?
No, he's a nice kid. He's receptive. Wants to play in MLS. He's coming from a big contract, right. And I think that anytime you have that in your sort of background, if you want to come and play somewhere, you've got to commit yourself to do that, and it's maybe not as much money as you would like, but it's the market value we have in this country, and I think that if you come to the understanding that can work out, and it's not, it's a good offer. It's pretty much up there for us and for the league. So I'm hoping he thinks about it and takes it. But again, I'm not Jermaine, so he's going to decide, and just wait to hear back.
Has this been the talk about Jermaine and the transfers? Has that been a distraction to you guys the last few days?
No, not at all. I think that unless the player arrives, that or we sign him, then it becomes more of a talking point. Speculation is speculation. We have no idea if he's going to sign with us or sign with somewhere else, and until you get a contract signed, as I kind of said a couple of days ago, you don't know what's going to happen. And they have options. Good players have options. I think that I said it to my staff, earlier. It's like we can sign bad players because it's easy, but to sign good players is difficult because everyone wants them, and that's our issue. So we're trying to get the best players that we can for the club. We obviously need help in certain areas, but if you go into the game tonight, here we go. Sort of deja vu. We've all sat here before and said the same thing. Frustrating. Maybe didn't play great. Could have maybe got something more out of the game, but didn't. So again, I'll say that we're not quite ready to get over the hurdle of winning games and dominating play. But it will come. We're working on stuff, and we're trying to build for the future, which is important.
Frank, can you confirm also, Jermaine's not bound by the transfer window as a free agent, correct?
No.
Second part, thank you. How difficult was it?
You're welcome.
Difficult or frustrating was it to give up the goal just that?
Well, I mean, your whole talk is half-time of, listen, let's see the game out, let's make sure he's trying to get the second goal, all the things you talk about as a team to make sure that they don't get into it. I thought we did a nice job first half. It was an even-ish game, but I thought we shaded it, get the goal, so just want a nice professional performance second half, and from a long ball and a bit of a broken play, and boom, 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 and it goes Higuain and he scores. So, just right after half time is the worst time, because then your tactics you talked about 3 minutes earlier are useless. Now we've pressed the game. I don't think it got into our guys' mind to get urgent and get moving forward. We still had a couple of chances, but I didn't think our urgency and our real, and it's not from lack of effort, it's more lack of knowledge. I think a little bit of our urgency to try and go and win the game. I think we were trying to protect what we had and maybe go on to see if we could win it. Well, one of us is maybe go out and try and win it.
Frank, when you look at some of the struggles you guys have had with creating and trying to control the midfield and the center of the park, with the transfer window now closing, are you still looking at trying to add something creative in the midfield, and even looking within the league as you know, obviously you could still make trades through September for a position like that, maybe trying to get somebody that are one of these tough to get players where maybe you think about trade and allocation spots or anything like that?
Yeah, we don't have much to trade, so that's always an issue when you're trying to get people in the league. We have no assets right now. We have no money. You know, our spots are we're the first round draft pick, but I mean, it's, sometimes that's not as valuable as you think it is. But you know, we're always looking to improve the team, and when you have a window coming up, and it's just we have a couple of spots that we have one or two spots we can kind of focus on. It sometimes becomes who's the best player, and if we get Jermaine Jones, we'll take him for sure. He makes us a lot better than we are. If we want to get a certain player, a forward or attacking midfielder or whatever we want to try and do, we'll try and take the best available. But again, it's a domino effect. It's not easy, but it would be nice to get some more options for us. I think that I see a team that, our guys, I love them to death. They try hard. They're desperate to win. They're very frustrated when they don't. But I think it's where we are. We're not quite good enough to get over the hump and dominate games. So it's up to me to make sure that I get players in that can do that. And whether it's now in this window, I'm trying my best to do some moves that will really benefit the team, but I don't want to panic. So I think the club's done that in the past, and now we're I'm paying for that a little bit from last year, to be honest. But I want to make sure we're building for the future and make sure that come this window, the next window, and the next window after, that we make some solid, clean, good decisions that builds the team from the back up. And I think that's my big focus right now, not to panic and just build and make sure we're solid.
Have you and Andrew had conversation about where the team's at right now, and
Yeah.
kind of just what kind of feedback are you getting from him as far as what you're trying to accomplish, and Brian and
Yeah.
building the team?
Well, I spoke to Andrew the last probably week. I spoke to him every day for at least half an hour, 45 minutes. He's completely on board. Whatever we want to do, he's completely put up whatever funds we need. Obviously, there's maybe a little bit of a limit that we're not going to go crazy with everything, but a real substantial sums of money Andrew's ready to pay, and he's determined to let me do my thing and let me and Brian get after it. And I said to him that last night it's not easy to do. It's not a quick fix. You've got to make sure that you're building in the right direction. You've got to get everyone on board. You've got to see what you have to start with, and then you can start to piece together what you think's right. And it's a little unfortunate we haven't had more results to help that along and not make it desperate, but I think we're in the right direction. I feel good about some targets we have right now in this window and moving forward in January, and end of the season will give us a little more scope to do some stuff too.
Close out. Oh, sorry, Brian.
Yeah, just the Harry's coming off the bench for the second straight game, just thought process behind that. So.
Well, I honestly thought the team played well enough to win the game against Vancouver, and I wanted to reward that group that who went out. And I felt again tonight, we got a goal up and we did okay. I wouldn't say we were dominant and completely, sort of outplayed Columbus tonight, but for the first half I thought it was pretty even and probably maybe shaded it. So, Harry's again. I go back to Harry. He's in the rookie year, but it's not easy. It's tough. It's a lot of games, a lot of minutes, a lot of training, a lot of stuff. He's taking more photographs now than he ever did, I think, and everyone's filming him, and that wears him. And I think that once he gets back to playing soccer, he'll be okay. But he's just a little tired right now.
Just one more lineup question. You had Jeff and Patrick in the starting center back for the second consecutive game. Is that something you're looking at long term?
I thought he did well again tonight. Other than I got to look at the goal again. It looked a little sort of disjointed and sloppy, but I can't really, work out. I think Jeff not missed the header, but this fella flicks it on, and I don't know what happened. But again, I haven't seen the tape, so I have to look at it again. But I feel pretty comfortable with those guys there. I think they work pretty hard to, work well together. I think Jeff's a solid influence back there, and whoever he plays with, I think will be okay. But I'm pleased with the two performances, if you like. We haven't given up a lot of goals and a lot of chances, so that's been good.
Thanks, everyone.